Welcome back. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it is a true emotional crusher. Sports team leaves the community it's been in for many, many years. In the 50s, the story was the Brooklyn Dodgers, New York Giants. More recently, the Baltimore Colts relocated, the Houston Oilers relocated. Oh, yeah, and so did the San Diego Chargers. They went to some city north of San Diego. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, there's now a group of Democrats in Congress who are trying to empower local communities to stop this process, either the threatened move or the move itself. If passed, the Home Team Act would require franchise owners to provide at least a year of notice before a planned move, and it would give the communities involved a chance, if possible, they can scrape enough money together to buy the team before it relocates. One of the sponsors of that legislation, Greg Casar, joins me now. Congressman, good to see you. Why the interest in this? Thanks so much for having me on, as always. Why the interest in this, and what are you afraid of? Anything in Texas you fear might move, like the San Antonio Spurs?
We've got to keep the Spurs in San Antonio. And I experienced this when I was growing up in Houston, Texas, when I was a kid. And after they've been having some great seasons, the Oilers owner threatened the city of Houston, wanted the city to cough up a bunch of money. And when they wouldn't cough up enough money for this billionaire owner, he moved the team to Tennessee, where there is no oil. And I remember growing up cheering against the Titans in the Super Bowl. Look, I know sports is a business, but teams are more than just a way for the ultra wealthy owners to make more money. Our communities pour our hearts and souls into these teams. So my legislation would give communities a chance to purchase their own team, like the Green Bay Packers model that's been so successful at keeping that team in the smallest NFL market in the country, or another philanthropic owner or business owner to keep the team at home.
So pencil this out for me. If in negotiations a community doesn't want to put up X number of hundreds of millions for a new stadium, where would it find the capital to pay even more to buy the franchise in its entirety?
Well, look, we've seen this work successfully, and I saw it when I was an Austin City Council member. We wanted our own Major League Soccer team, and it sounded like the only way that it was going to happen was if the Columbus Crew left Columbus and came to Austin, Texas. And of course, I wanted a soccer team, but I didn't want to take one away from a home community. And actually, in Ohio, they had a law similar to the Home Team Act. And successfully, the owner of the Cleveland Browns purchased the Columbus Crew, kept the team in Columbus, and Austin got an expansion. That's the way that things should be. It creates a more level playing field for the community. Teams don't have to get uprooted to move somewhere else. And if a community wants to come together and create a good deal for a new stadium, they should be able to do that, but they shouldn't be negotiating with a gun to their head, where if they can't quickly come to an agreement, the team is just going to pick up and move.
How would this apply to ownership groups that have lots of different members in them, not one singular owner? Would it be the same? Would it apply differently? Could they sue to block it if they're one individual that's part of an ownership group?
Ultimately, if a majority of the ownership stakeholders choose to move a team, how this would work under the law is that ownership group would have to give their community 1 year's notice. And basically, an independent team of appraisers would come up with the value of that team, and somebody could get a chance to buy it. And if we had this kind of model in place, I'll tell you right now, the Supersonics would still be in Seattle. Someone in Seattle would have, it's a huge city, could have come together and said, you know what, we're going to buy the team and keep it in Seattle. It was a successful team. The exact same thing applies right now to the Chicago Bears. This is a keep the Bears in Chicago bill. You've got a billionaire family owning the Bears, threatening to move over to Indiana, and now you have a war between Indiana and Illinois taxpayers. That's not how this should be. A team that succeeded in Chicago, for example, for over 100 years, there's easily someone or a group of people in the city of Chicago that could put the money together to keep that successful franchise in that great American city.
Another one of your prominent supporters of this legislation, Bernie Sanders. Do you have any Republicans?
I think this is the kind of bill that would bring together Democrats, Republicans, and independent voters all over the country.
Right, but do you have co-sponsors? Do you have co-sponsors who are Republicans?
Oh, that's a great question. We are sending it out, and I'm looking for Republican co-sponsors as we speak. We just released the bill here in the last week, but I've yet to find, I'll tell you this, Major, I've yet to find a voter that opposes this bill. I think there may be, a few dozen sports team owners that oppose the bill, but I hope my Republican colleagues go with their voters, Republican or Democratic, rather than the owners of the teams or the heads of the major league sports leagues.
Well, everything could be better improved with independent appraisals of sports team values. Congressman Greg Casar, Democrat of Texas, I appreciate the time. Thank you.